Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Steps away to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now, there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check. Hatch it.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Get it.
On second down, it's Dixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
60 or 14 spell.
Back to throw. Costello. Got his man. That's Harry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Rock it. Spawn. Lead Griffin.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
58 right there. Hey, here I come.
5.
To throw on second down. Costello. Dixon complete. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So first and 10 now from the 30. Running out of the gun with Dixon. About 3 yards there to the 27. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go! 50, plant.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
Yeah.
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll try again with Dixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run it here with Dixon. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run with Dixon. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And he'll get that to Michelle. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. Costello going for the deep ball. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On play action, it's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our deal. Hey, it's our house. Check 30 seconds.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Go set. 60 or. Shoot.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Down. 18 Gator.
Mike 58 right there. They can't hang with us.
Bravo.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Ready?
To throw on third down, Costello. That's out to his running back, Michel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Murray throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
50, plant, any weapon.
Check. Fresno. 36. Check 9.
Rock it.
58, boys, 58, Mike. If you don't
Get it.
On first down, Dixon. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You're out.
Right back to Dixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake. Costello. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 12-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On the ready.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Costello. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. New England on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Dixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Dixon. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
8-3. Right there. Time to go. Night. Shift. Switch.
Leo. Big grip.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
It's our time. 52.
Now Murray. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Pittsburgh. 2-6. Like 51.
Murray trying again after the pick six. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18, and a big